It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. It's the evening here in the studio, and I've got the lights on for probably just the second time in the second half of this year. Only because I got a bit snacky, I got a bit hungry. So I delved into my cupboard and I purposely picked these up purposely to review. I wanted to put them up against each other because Doritos are expensive. Let's make no mistake about it. For years and years and years, you could buy Walker's Doritos Chilli Heatwave for £1 a bag. They were 250 grams. They reduced them to 200 grams. Then they reduced them to 180 grams. Then they went from £1 a bag at 180 grams to sometimes, I've seen them in places like Morrison's for £2.50 a bag. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not paying for it. They're just not worth it. So the alternatives. I'm a big Chilli Heatwave fan, but I won't pay the price now. The alternatives: Tesco tortilla chips, hot chili flavour, new recipe, 200 grams, and they're coming in at about £1.25 a bag. And I'm going to be putting them up against Marks and Spencer's Habanero Chilli Tortillas. These have got a 3 chili rating. These are £1.35, again for the 200 gram bag. And I'm just hoping at least one of these flavours, one of these bags of chips can be better, or at least the same, or somewhat about the same as Doritos Chilli Heatwaves, because that means then I'm saving myself a lot of money and I'm getting 200 grams of crisps. So without further ado, let's get into the Tesco's chips. Bag's very thin, thin and kind of flimsy, but that's okay. They're a cheap bag of crisps. The perfect shape for dipping, snacking and sharing. No one's sharing these are mine. So these are a look at them. There's a look at the crisp. Tortilla, I should say. Corn tortilla, always my favourite. Wow, okay. First one at least. Lovely chili burn. Lovely chili burn on these. Of course, in my head, I'm thinking about Doritos, because I'm looking for an alternative to Doritos. So I'm going to be referencing Doritos a lot, or comparing Doritos a lot with these. These are the Tesco version of hot chili flavour tortilla chips. They're lighter, they're fluffier. It's like they've got some, remember the old puff crisps from years ago? They blew them up with air. These Tesco tortilla chips feel like they've got that same kind of slightly puffy, air-filled tortilla chip, but they're nice. They're light, they're crunchy, they're crispy, and there's some big hot chili kind of flavour on these crisps. These are really good. Really good for the money. And they have improved these. You see there, new recipe. I've done this type of thing before I've gone to Aldi, Lidl, tried to buy their tortilla chips, tried to kind of like, some of the tortilla chips in Aldi and Lidl are ridiculously cheap, or they used to be anyway. They were something like 69p for a bag. And you think, don't you, great, this is fantastic. Got myself a really big, cheap bag of tortilla chips. And they end up being really rubbish. But thankfully, Tesco brought out a bag here that I'd be quite happy to replace my Doritos with these. There's much more. I've got a burn on the throat. I can feel all the spices in the mouth. There's a bit of a burn going on. Right up my street. Lovely. Now, the last thing I want to mention is, you're probably wondering where the dip is. I've always been able to eat the chili Heatwaves just straight out of the bag. Turn the telly on, put the football on, whatever, and eat Doritos straight. I don't need the dip with the chili Heatwaves. So this is my kind of comparison, just plain chili Doritos tortilla chips. So it's the turn of Marks and Spencer. Shall we try and show off the two bags here? Yeah, a little bit more. These look a little bit more like Doritos actually. They got that kind of really dark, almost burnt bits of corn in there. I'd say instantly a little bit more salty than the Tesco version. Much more of the corn. Much more corn-like flavour coming through. Probably, if I'm honest, a little bit more balanced. Now, I'm eating a few of these because the Tesco ones were quite hot. And I'm just trying to get my spice level with the Marks and Spencer's ones, because they do have a 3 chili rating. And I'm trying to work out if they're burning my throat or if it's the Tesco ones still burning my throat from earlier on. Let's go in. Let's eat. So this is the Marks and Spencer's in my left hand, your right. Your left, my right. So even though the Tesco one looks in my right hand, your left, lighter, they are kind of, this is Tesco, more flavour, I think, more. Now I'm tasting it, more of, it's like a slightly kind of lemony flavour coming through as well with the spice. Marks and Spencer, a little bit more crunchy, a little bit thicker. Still, fantastic heat there. Still fantastic heat there, but I've got to choose a winner. I have to choose a winner. I like the Marks and Spencer's kind of more, slightly kind of more traditional corn-like kind of balance with the tortilla and the chili. But I love the Tesco, the flavour on the Tesco ones are fantastic. The heat, got my top lip sweating. So this depends purely on you really. If you want something a little hotter, try the Tesco. If you want something a little bit crunchier, thicker, and a little bit more of a tortilla kind of corn-like kind of flavour, go with the Marks and Spencer's. I'm going to mark the Marks and Spencer's as an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, excellent value for money for that £1.35. But the winner for me, Tesco tortilla chips, they have replaced, and quite frankly, so have the Marks and Spencer's, they have replaced the need for me to want to, not want, but like, I don't want to have to spend £2.50 on a bag of Walker's Doritos Chilli Heatwave. I think it's a ridiculous price. So a 9 out of 10 for the Tesco. 9 out of 10 for the Tesco tortilla chips. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.